Good morning. I'm Beth Hildenbrand, and this is All Booked Up. And today our special guest is Sadie Winchester, and I'm so excited to have her. I absolutely loved her book. And before we get things rolling, I'm going to let Sadie tell us a little bit about herself.
Well, good morning. Thank you for having me. My name is Sadie, and currently I am writing a dark romance. My full series that's currently out is a mafia romance. And I just published my first book this year. It was February of 2024. And I have 4 books out, and I live in the Pine Barrens of New Jersey with my husband and my 2 cats and my 3-year-old son. So that's kind of me in a recap. I'm a pretty normal, ordinary person.
Are you originally from Jersey?
No, we moved here. My husband's parents lived here, so we decided that we would like some built-in babysitters. So we ended up coming over here about 8 years ago.
I was going to say you don't have that Jersey accent.
Oh no, no, no. And we're in quote central Jersey slash South Jersey, depending on who you ask.
Okay, well, I have read your book, Stay in Your Lane. And
Yes.
it's about Lane, who
Yes.
is a kick-ass female character who I absolutely love. She is one badass woman. And we will say good morning to Nena, my lovely,
Hi, good
my
morning.
lovely PA and sidekick here. And couldn't do the show without her. I probably couldn't get out of bed without her to tell me what day of the week it is. So, yay, Nina. So it's an Irish mafia story,
Yes.
which I liked. That was a new thing for me. Usually, you think Italian when you think
Yeah.
mafia. I like the Irish thing. And a female.
Hmm. Yeah.
So that was cool. And I hate to give spoilers because, I won't do that. But you must read it. You must read it. It was really good. She's a very strong female character, but yet she is really vulnerable. And the twist you put on it, because, oh my God, when you find out the truth about Liam, the guy who, is the love interest.
Joey, you mean?
Oh, yes, Joey.
Joey.
Liam's the brother.
Yeah, Liam's her brother, so
Yeah. Whoop. No. There ain't no funny business
it's
there.
not that type
Sorry.
of romance.
Not enough coffee this morning. Joey, when you find out the secret, holy smack me in the head.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, ain't
I
no
have no
coming
idea
back
where
from
that came
this.
from either.
But you know that she's got to come back from this because it just has to happen. I mean, it has to.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
you're like, yeah. Oh my God. So yeah, I got book 2. Hello. Yep. Had to get book 2. Had to find out what's going to happen next. So
Yep.
if I'm buying book 2, then the book 1 was really good.
Oh, you're gonna enjoy book 2.
So yes, I
Things
got
just definitely take some twists and turns.
Lane Closure is book 2.
Yep, lane closure ahead, and then after that, it's incoming lane shift, and then sorry, and then the last of the series is Chaos, Luck, Wrath.
And this is called the Broken Alliance series.
Yep, Broken Alliances. It's a 4-book series, so they are not standalone, so you do have to read them in order.
Now, you see
And
this? She's got me buying 4 books here. I'm going to end up getting 4 books here because I know she's going to leave me hanging after the second one, too.
of course,
But
of course.
we're coming up on the holidays, and Nina has made sure that I have time to myself, so I'll be reading when I'm supposed to be writing. Although I was writing really good the other night. Yeah, I mean, what I had been writing was total crap. I went back and
Oh yeah,
erased it all and started over. And I was
I've
like,
had those
"Oh,
moments.
now this is what it's supposed to be. Yay, go me." I
Yeah,
hate when I
I
write
had a
crap.
scene like that before with, I think it was Stay in Your Lane, where I just started writing something and I completely was like, no, no.
And I was like,
So
boring. This is not at all what I want this to be. So yeah,
yeah,
I went back and rewrote. And yes, it was like, now this is what I wanted. Yes, this is
yeah,
what it's supposed to be. And I was like, oh, so happy with myself. Yay.
yeah. It was actually for Stay in Your Lane, the restaurant scene. That was the scene that got, I had started it as something a little bit different. And then I was like reading through it. I'm like, this is horrible. I don't like this. This is awful. And then I wiped it. I think I kept like one or two little pieces of it. And I was like, once I wiped it and went forward in a different direction with it, I was like, yes, yes.
Don't you love when you do that? Just like, ah, yes, this is it. It's just like that moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you just need to just get out the words until you have that breakthrough moment of, you're like, oh, wait. We're going to shift gears here.
Yes. Yes. And those are just the best moments. I mean, you feel like, yeah, I'm walking on
Yeah.
sunshine.
Where you can't get the words out like fast enough, where your fingers are flying off the keyboard and you're like,
Yes.
those
And
are
it just seems like
the
everybody
best.
wants to bug me too. And it's like, no, 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 no.
Yeah. Yeah. Out of my way. I need to get this out of my head.
I will claw your eyes out.
Yeah.
And I do that too. I'm like, I will claw your eyes out. And then well, last night we had to watch that stupid boxing. And I'm like,
Oh yeah.
this girl's got this big old hunger on her eye, and it's like hanging
Mhm.
there all bloody and gooey. And I'm like, oh, I have to remember this. I have to remember what this looks like.
Oh, yeah. Take the mental snapshot so that you can describe it in
Yes.
great detail.
It's like, okay, I don't care about the boxing part. I just want to remember the bloody gooey parts. This is going to work in a book somehow.
Yes.
Yes, I love that. I love when I can see bloody gooey stuff for real. Can
Yeah.
all that stuff in the horror movies, blah, blah, that's
Oh,
fake. Show me
yeah.
real blood and gore. That's what I want.
Gotta
Okay,
make it
Dia has a
realistic.
question. How do you come up with your characters and their names?
How do
Ooh.
I come up with their characters and their names? Well, for this particular series, I don't know where it came from because this was an idea in my head from ages ago. Think originally the story popped into my brain about 15 years ago before I even thought about writing a book. It was the very beginnings of it, and I was like, oh, that would be a cool story, and like kind of just started thinking about the characters, and then life happened, and I did not. Uh, I started writing it, but didn't quite get too far, and then all of a sudden last year about this time I was like, I'm going to write the book, I'm going to finally do it. um so I don't know, they just pop in my brain. I don't know where they come from. It's just like the little voice in my head is like, hey, hi, my name is Lian. This is how I'm feeling. Please
Well, I
talk about
love how
me.
you did that. You took the name and then you made it this whole stay in your lane and then the
Hmm.
lane closure. I love how you played off of that. That was just so cool.
Oh yeah, and then I definitely got feedback there for book four because I changed up the convention of how I did it, and I did chaos, luck, wrath, and everyone's like, but where's the lane? I'm like, if you read the story, it will make sense why I changed things. So, um, but yeah, it definitely, I started, once I got to, originally I thought book two was going to be it. And then I started writing it and I was like, no. There's two more books in here. So the characters just control my life. They just pop in and out of my head. I got so many random characters just floating around in there. I sound like a crazy person.
Yeah, that's how Kane did with me. Uh, they just take over. And this is my last Kane book. That I was going to end it at 3, but everybody was yelling at me, especially Nana. I need more. I need more Kane. I need more Kane. Her and Josephine drive me nuts with it. So yes, I am doing one more Kane book, and I had to actually put a glossary in for my
Hmm.
characters and the places in my book,
Oh,
or all
wow.
the Kane books, to keep the characters straight, because a lot of them are recurring characters, but
Hmm.
the books can kind of stand alone, but just for character reference, I put a
Yeah.
glossary in the front of all the books, and I find it helps, and the readers seem to like it. So I started doing that, and yes, this will be Kane's last hurrah. But I'm having fun with it now. I
Yeah.
really am. Like I said, it was kind of like blah blah blah, and I didn't like what I was writing, and then all of a sudden, bam!
Boom.
Yes,
Yep.
this is it. This is it. I've got it. And now it's just like, yes, I can't wait to get back to my computer. It's just,
Yes.
yes.
I love those moments.
Oh, absolutely. It's like, okay, come on, Day, get going. So, because I can only really write in the evening.
Oh, that's me.
Too much going on in the
Very
daytime.
rare. Yeah.
So I'm like, come on, Night, hurry up and get here. Okay.
Yeah, well, I have a toddler, so I got to wait until he's, in bed because otherwise, he's zipping around here and I'm like worried about like three, other things. Like, what are you doing? It's too quiet.
I think that's
So,
why I write at night for all the years of having kids. Nighttime was
hmm.
always my quiet time.
Yes.
And so even now, it's like ingrained that
Yeah, it's
nighttime
your
is,
it's your habit, it's your time and space and
yes. Nina's got like 100 questions here, so I need
oh
to
my
start
gosh.
shooting some of these at you. Okay. What is the must have with you before you write your books?
Oh my gosh. Like I have a whole I have a whole ritual when I sit down to write. So, I mean, the first thing is I'm very weird and chaotic when I write. I have to have my earbuds in because I'll play music while I'm writing. And then I will put on the TV. I'll put the closed captions on the TV. So I'll have the TV going in the background and I'll occasionally look up, like read like whatever they're talking about. So I'll be kind of paying attention to that. And then, I'll go and sit and write and, got my water bottle with me. I'm not one of those writers that like I've heard a lot of my friends, they're like, yep, I have to have my bag of snacks. I snack while I write. And I'm like, I don't snack. Like it gets in the way of my fingers on the keyboard.
I
Like
don't
it
snack
slows me
either.
down. Yeah.
I
So
have
I'm
my
not a
my
snacker when I
earbuds,
write.
have my
Yeah.
earbuds, have the TV,
Hmm.
but no, I can't eat and type either.
Yeah.
I don't.
It
I
gets in the way of my typing.
Yeah, I will snack before. I'll have my little snack
Hmm.
before I start, and then it's just like shut everything. I have my earbuds on with my music, and I always have a certain playlist for each book,
Oh, me too.
and
Yeah.
then
I
I go to it.
Yeah, I definitely like it. It's funny because like if I look at every single playlist that I have and divvied up by books, it's just completely different themes and songs and artists and it's just all over the place.
Oh yeah, Kane is a lot of Avenged Sevenfold,
Oh, I like that.
and yeah, definitely Avenged Sevenfold is Kane. And I don't know, my poetry is, it's just a whole mix of weirdness. But yeah, Kane is totally Avenged Sevenfold, and a lot of dark heavy metal.
Yeah, that's normally all the playlists. Like if you look at all the playlists in front of all of the books that I've released, it's all rock, metal, a lot of the grittier stuff. Um, That's usually what gets me in my groove. And there'll be times where I'm in the car driving and I'll be bringing my son to daycare and all of a sudden a song will come on and then that song will prompt a scene in my head and I'm like, oh, yes. And then I have to run home and write down the idea and be like, this is it. And this was the song I was listening to.
See, that's what I did too. Oh my God, that is so
Yep.
weird. We are just like totally on the same page. I will be
I love
sitting in
it.
the parking lot waiting to pick up my kid from school, and I'll hear a song on the radio, and it'll be like, ooh, yes, got to put that
Yes.
on my playlist. Yes,
Yep. And I've
I do that
had
too.
songs come on that are like in my brain, it's almost like I'll have a new character pop up in my head that like it's almost the theme song of like that character's personality. I'm like, yes, this is them. This is like the whole feel and the vibe of the character.
Oh,
So
hell yes.
yeah.
Definitely. I know exactly what you're talking about. That is just,
Yes.
yes,
I
absolutely.
love music. It just helps me write. And some people are like, how do you write and listen to music? And how do you have the TV on too? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just weird. Like
I know, right?
it
And
works
you
for me.
kind of tune it out when you're really in the groove. But then,
Hmm.
when you take a pause, you kind of listen to it, and then it'll set something off, and you can go back to what back to where you were.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
that's
And
that's how it
I've
works for
had
me anyway.
yeah. And if there's like a particular song for like a scene, I will sit there and I will put that song while I'm writing that scene. I will have it on repeat the entire time, just so that while I'm writing out that scene, it keeps the whole, like, the energy that I'm trying to put into writing it all out.
Oh yeah, girl. I would high five you, but you're not here.
Whoop. Virtual high five.
Yes. Okay. Let's get another question here. Um, have you killed off any of your characters that your readers got upset about?
Well, I mean, that would kind of potentially be a spoiler. So I don't want to give
No, I was just
any
going to say,
information there.
I'm trying to figure out who it was you killed off at the end of the
Yeah.
first book.
I will say that at the end of book three, I had a lot of angry people at me. Um, my alpha readers were screaming at me. They were sending me pictures of them crying and
Oh my
bawling.
goodness.
My one alpha reader, Nicole, oh, God bless her, um, she speaks like three different languages. She cursed me out in all three. And she's like, I can't believe I just read what I read. Um, so I will leave it at that. When you get to book three, prepare yourself. But so I won't say anything other than that because I just don't want to give anything away.
Okay. Well, now I know I got to watch out for book three. Wow. If your book becomes a movie, which characters would play, I mean, which celebrities would you want to play your characters?
Gosh, I don't know. That's so hard. Oh, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think I've thought about it before, and like even when I was looking for like pictures for inspiration of like, what Joey looks like, what Lane looks like. Lane, I found like there was a model that I based her off of, and I don't even know, it was just like a random Pinterest picture, and I'm like, yes, this is who I'm going to use to like try to describe, how she looks. But for Joey, I could never find like the right person. So I have no idea what celebrity, you know, would would really fit for him. I would say I mean, personal preference would be Jensen Ackles, but he's not the Joey vibe.
Steve!
But I mean, that's just my own like personal like dream. He could just play any character that I write. I will make it work.
I don't know. Have you seen him on that The Boys show?
I have. Oh,
Whoa.
oh yeah. Yeah. I am. all Jensen Ackles like fan. Like I don't care
I
what
turned it
he
on one
does, I
time,
will
the
watch it.
first time, and they having some kind of orgy thing. I'm like, what kind of show is he on? Oh my
Yeah.
God. This is
Oh yeah.
whoa,
That show is
hello.
crazy. I think there when I first started watching it, I like the first episode, I just remember saying like, what the what? Like, and I was just it was thing after thing after thing. I was like, can this get any crazier? Yeah.
Dean snorting
Every
drugs.
show.
Hello.
Oh my goodness. Like I was like, this is who came up with this? I mean, high fives for coming up with this. Like, kudos, but
I'll take
it's
some naked
insane.
Dean. Yeah, that works for me. Hello. The show's
Yeah.
supposed to be coming back next year.
Yeah, I
I'm
gotta catch up. I got behind on it and because I was writing books, just
Oh, I refused to watch the last season. When I heard it was the last season, I refused to watch it. I was like,
oh
I'm
no
not
no
going to
no.
watch it end. I won't.
Yeah.
Okay, enough supernatural fan talk. Oh shoot. Okay. Um, okay. Out of all of your books, who is your favorite character and why?
I like Lane. I mean, Lane, I know she's, the main character. She's the female lead, but I love her and I love how she grows and develops throughout the course of the books. And I feel like she's not your standard, she's not a mafia princess, that's a damsel in distress that's like, oh, I'm, married off into this. She's very much going against the stereotype of, you know what, I don't care that I'm a woman in a typically male dominated um I don't want to say industry, but in basically, an environment where it's mostly men dealing with, the kind of criminal underworld of things. And she's like, no, I deserve to be a part of this family business and I'm going to make my way, whether you like it or not. I'm not going to be just sitting back waiting for a man to take care of me. So I really love that about her. And I think is both a strength and a weakness for her because she wants to be strong-headed and she has trouble being vulnerable and letting herself, get to a point where, a guy can help her, when Joey comes along, and she's like, I don't need to rely on him, but, so learning that it's not a weakness to have the help and interaction, but she can still be strong and kick ass and do things her way. So she's my favorite. Um, People have a very strong dislike for one character. Um, no one tends to like Liam, and I kind of just laugh all the time about her brother, being so disliked. And I'm like, I have little stickers. That's the I Hate Liam fan club.
Oh, he is such a little
Oh yeah, he's a little
shit.
yeah. Yes. I was like, I don't know what words we can use on here, but yes.
I've used them all, and I generally catch hell for it. But yes, he's a little shit.
Yes. 100%, in agreement with that. I mean, I kind of like him though for being a little shit. I mean, he was fun to write, but overall, I'm like, you're you're an asshole. Like,
Oh my goodness! I'm writing another book about.
mhm,
Well, it's about a coven, uh,
mhm.
a
Okay.
Satan worshiping coven, and the main character is a really cool chick
Hmm.
who ends up, kind of beating them at their own game,
Oh.
and I have named her after my darling PA.
Oh, I love that.
And she doesn't know, but I'm thinking of using her as my cover model because she's beautiful.
Oh,
So I would love to have pictures of her and be able to turn her into my cover model.
I love that. That's
He's probably
awesome.
cursing me right now. But yes, I mean, I have described her in my book as perfectly beautiful as she is. So I thought, now,
Yeah.
hmm. So we'll see if I can talk her into a year from now when I finally get the book done. So she
Have you
says,
ever, I was just gonna say, have you ever like written somebody into a book that you've based off of somebody? It doesn't have to be whether it's in a good light or not, of somebody, maybe somebody ticked you off in your life and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna write somebody that's like a like little side character that just we just let them get tortured and like
"Oh, I've killed many, many people
killed.
at this
Yeah,
play." Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
I
all the
love
time.
like I've done that, like, I've heard about people that are like, so and so, I don't like them. They did me dirty. Like my best friend, she'll be like, oh my gosh, this one, girl from high school, and she'll tell me about it. I'm like, all right, well, yeah, I'm just gonna write a little side character in there for you, and they're just gonna be killed off. So
Oh yeah,
you're
there was this
welcome.
one girl pissed me off. Just all made friends with me, and did some girl I knew from high school, and she it turned out she wanted to be friends with me just because of who I am now. You know what I mean?
No,
Because I'm a writer and so on and so forth. And then I it seems I lose friends because they seem to think that because I work from home, I just have time to go do whatever I want all the time.
oh,
People don't
yeah,
understand how much work goes into this.
yeah,
And when I didn't have time to be out running around all the time, and I don't want to go sit in bars with people all the time and
yeah.
everything else, well, she didn't like that.
Mm.
And so, she started getting mouthy and saying, no, this, that, and that about me. And I was like, whatever, I'm done. Do what you want. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And, she just pissed me off. So I ended up turning her into a crack whore. Uh, who, yeah, did, who was it? Adam, as in Adam and Eve. Adam
Mhm.
broke her neck when she was in the middle of giving him a blowjob.
Oh, oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's a way to go.
yeah, I thought so. Don't
I
piss me
approve of
off.
this.
I will turn you into a lowly little greasy haired crack whore who gets her neck broken, sucking stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I do that kind of stuff all the time. Just don't piss me off.
yeah.
I
Sometimes
feel
it's
you.
therapeutic.
It
It's
is.
therapeutic.
It is. Writers are lucky. We get to take our aggression out uh, in our
Through
writing.
yes, through fictional characters.
Not to say if I saw her, I wouldn't punch her in the mouth just for the hell
Oh
of it.
wow.
But, uh, my family tends to frown on me getting in physical fights. So
You just have to put it in the books then.
my redhead stands back and claps, but the rest of
Yeah.
them get irritated. Oh shoot. Uh, okay. Jess says, "What is your favorite place to write?"
Favorite place to write. So normally I sit in bed and write. I take my laptop with me. So that's just my comfort place because I do it at night, at the end of the day. Um, but I have definitely, we live about a mile away from the beach. So, you know, that's the ideal place. If I can take like a nice day where I have a little bit of shade that I can just sit and write by the ocean and watch the water, that is hands down my favorite.
You sit in bed and write. You're like my doppelganger. This is so weird.
Yeah, like I said, I'm chaotic. Like I don't like there are people that are like, I have my desk, I have silence, and and I'm like, no, no, not me. Chaos all around.
Oh my God, you're like my evil twin. I thought I was the only one who did these weird things. No,
See, I thought I was too. And then, big question, do you plot?
no.
No, yeah, I don't either. People are like, what's the next book going to be about? I'm like, I don't know, whatever the characters decide to do. I don't know.
Exactly.
Whatever,
Exactly.
as I'm writing, like, and then there's times where I have something in my head that's gonna happen like at the end of the book, and I'll go write that, and then have to jump back and be like, okay, I don't know how we're getting to this
I
point.
mean, I have it
That's
all in my
written.
head, and then
Yeah.
it just kind of goes along as it goes along.
Yep. And then even if I had a plan, the characters are like, no, this plan now sucks. We're doing this.
I know. I have tried to plot. It never comes out. Nope, nope. It always
Yeah.
did. So I'm just like, okay, here we go.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm not the one in charge here.
Nope. They never listen. So,
No.
it's just me and Bob. Bob, my demon. Yeah, we sit and talk about it, and yeah, there it goes. But oh my God,
Yeah.
that is crazy.
See?
Who knew? Who knew that I would wake up
It's,
this morning and find my evil twin? This
see?
is
Perfect.
I know this is insane. Okay, we got time for one more question.
Okay.
Okay, are your characters inspired by real people or fictional characters?
They're completely fictional. Like, at least all the main characters are like, um, Rebecca, the best friend in Stay in Your Lane. She's the only one that is based off of a real person. She's based off of my best friend, Becky. Um, so, like, in some of the stuff, I even went to my friend. I was like, what would you say in this situation? And she'll be like, this. So, yeah, so she's the only one in my books that is a real person. Everybody else just, I don't know where they come from. They just appear in my head. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Okay, well, we need to say hi to Jess and hi to Josephine who came.
Hi, Josephine.
Woohoo!
Hi, Jess. Yeah. Good morning.
Okay, so thank you everybody for stopping in. Thank you, Sadie,
Yep. Thank you
my
so
my
much
new
for
evil
having me.
twin. Haha.
I love it. I learned
And
so much that I'm not the only only person that's a little bit crazy.
no kidding. Jeez, this is just so cool.
Yeah.
I found my other half.
See? Perfect.
Okay, I'm going to keep Sadie here, but we're going to say goodbye. And thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Sadie, for being here. Thank you, my Nana.
Thank you.
Love you all. Bye bye.
Bye.